Okay, in selecting GC columns and also stationary phase, we have several factors to look into in order to get a good separation. Okay, after you understand the nature of analyte, means that the boiling point, okay, the polarity, okay, and also the molecular weight, you can easily move forward to choose a good column for them. Okay, which is stationary phase type, means that if you already choose W chord or P chord, so for example W chord, okay, choose which one. Is it that you want to use HB5 or you want to use carbo wax, and also the internal diameter and how thin it is and the total length. So I already covered everything here in the previous video, and I will go deeper into each of these and show you how actually the effect of each one for separation. Okay, so there are several types of stationary phase in open tubular. Of course, we have non-polar column. This is separation for non-polar lah. Okay, non-polar, and also can sometimes use for mid-polar. Okay, I will show you how later. Okay, the separation according to analyte volatility means that when your molecular weight increase, means that more non-polar, the volatility of course increase lah. So the higher the molecular weight, means more non-polar, the higher the boiling point, and therefore it will separate accordingly. This one. Okay, the retention increase with chain length, means that in a chromatogram, the separation for the non-polar one is longer. Why? Because remember the interaction in chromatography is that non-polar love non-polar. Okay, so non-polar love non-polar and polar love polar, so it's the same thing. So here is retained longer in the non-polar column, but do we want it to retain longer and don't want to come out? That's also not good, right? Because we have to stick on the K prime of 2 to 11. If let's say it's more than 11, means there is retained long, very long already. It's not good also in the time. Okay, and then we have polar column. Polar column is separation same to non-polar. Okay, and also polar analyte more highly retained compared to non-polar or similar volatility. So if you let's say if you have polar analyte, of course if you use non-polar column, it will not retain that much. Okay, means that it just go bypass the stationary phase, or maybe even absorb a bit only. Means that you won't see the peak that much, but when you have polar column is even better, means they have interaction. Okay, the interaction is by hydrogen bonding or dipole. In non-polar column is usually the van der Waals lah, the van der Waals. Okay, using the dipole, which dipole force, you have to remember back when we learn about the interaction last time. Okay, order of elution can change between type if analyte in the mixture have different functional group. So if your analyte is having functional groups such as the amine, the carboxylate part, so all these change on how you select the column. Okay, just like HPLC. So this is the type of non-polar stationary phase. I start first with packed column. The product means the brand available is these three. However, they are not popular anymore because capillary column are taking over the world. Okay, so you see how non-polar it is. C87. So the one that we learn in HPLC berapa? C berapa? C18 kan? Okay. So this one is C87. So you can imagine how polar it is. If you put hydrocarbon, okay, you can easily get all the separation in one go. Okay, but of course you have to optimize the mobile phase so that the hydrocarbon won't stick that much, won't stick that long inside the column. And then we have non-polar stationary phase for open tubular plot chord W chord. It is based on dimethyl polysiloxane base. Okay, so the keyword is now siloxane. So siloxane, same thing with HPLC, silica, C18, but this is more into polymeric silica. Okay, so products available is SGE BP1, Agilent HP1, and Agilent SE30. This is 100% dimethyl polysiloxane. So typically used for all those petroleum separation. Okay, and then if you want to introduce some of the aromatic inside the methyl polysiloxane, we call it as Agilent HP5. Means that we have the phenyl, okay, inside the siloxane backbone. Okay, okay. Okay, so do you remember where did you see this Agilent HP5 during your lab? Okay, so this is in Madam Fariza's lab. HP5 is very common in any lab. Okay, because it can also separate mid polar. On top of non-polar, it also can separate mid polar. Means that if let's say it is used for alcohol, it still can be separating it. So this is totally polar stationary phase. Okay, the siloxane group is substituted with X. What is X? Is the halogen substituted group such as trifluoropropyl. Okay, it can easily have bonding with polar analyte. Available Agilent VF 200 ms and Restec 200. Okay, so Restec is a very reputable column manufacturer. At the end of this GC video, I will show you troubleshooting videos from Restec. It is suitable for ketones, aldehyde, nitro and chloro containing compound. Nitro and chloro containing are the explosive. Okay, you can do analysis on explosive. Okay, and also some silenes. Okay, another one, you can substitute this X over here with cyanoalkyl. Cyanoalkyl or cyanopropyl or cyanoethyl. You see this in the SPE pun ada, and also normal phase HPLC. Okay, so everything is balik-balik sama je. Okay, everything is using the same material. Product available is Agilent DB23, Agilent HP88. So how do you know which one to buy? Later I will show you the list of the column that you can see and study. Okay, another one is polyether liquid phase, popular for both open tubular and packed column, whereby this polar phase is used for separating oxygenated compound such as alcohol. Okay, this polyether liquid phase usually have wax name. Because polyethylene glycol is literally like a wax. Okay, it is gooey, and this is coated in the capillary. So we have Agilent Carbo wax and Restec wax. So once you see wax in there, you know already this is polar column containing polyethylene glycol. Okay, these columns are commonly used for analyzing glycols. Also, Ni very important for you guys when you work later. Fragrance, personal care products, cleaning product, and industrial chemicals. So these two chromatograms showing how different it is for the separation in terms of the time, efficiency, and peak shape. Okay. For the same set of analyte, ni same ni. The only difference between them is that one is using very non-polar liquid phase, one is using polar. Okay. So here, okay, remember non-polar love non-polar. Okay, hydrocarbon is non-polar. 100% dimethyl polysiloxane is non-polar. So therefore, they love each other, right? In theory, they don't have any problem. Means this is a great column for the separation. But why? Why do you think the separation time is very long, 70 minutes, and the peak is not good? Okay, and also the efficiency is, but efficiency is okay. Okay, why do you think is this? Okay, because they love each other. They love each other. This hydrocarbon stick into the stationary phase longer because they love each other. So whenever the mobile phase comes in to dissolve them, the mobile phase need extra work to dissolve them. Okay, so that's why we have something like this. We have separation that is not that beautiful. Okay, so what should we do? Okay, we should choose something that is slightly, or means that the siloxane is substituted with the wax a bit inside that. Means that whenever hydrocarbon goes inside the capillary, okay, rather than seeing all these non-polar stationary phase, it will see the non-polar as well, right? The PEG means that the PEG is preventing the hydrocarbon to be absorbing that long. Okay, the PEG is non-polar, right? So they don't leave each other. So the hydrocarbon will only come here a bit, and then when the mobile phase come, it will go out fast. Okay, because we have this carbowax pipe. Okay, so when you use GC, you have the options of using this or using this. If let's say your hydrocarbons or your set of analyte is giving you good separation already using the non-polar column, just move forward. Means that just proceed to the next analysis without looking at any other column. But if you have problem like this, all these are problem, you have to choose a slightly polar column to make sure that the hydrocarbon does not stick that much. Okay, if you see C22 as compared to C22 here, because they love each other, it up to 70 minutes, while here is only 35. This is double money. Okay, and also there is no peak tailing. So this is peak tailing kat sini this is peak yep. Mula okey, lepas tu dia tak okey. This is peak tailing. We want something like this, right? Okay, so here the peak is okay, peak shape is okay, time is okay. However, the efficiency is slightly lower as compared to this one. This one is really sharp and tall. This one is quite broad. Okay, and also the peak signal is low. Okay, so how do we want to choose? Should we choose this one or this one? Is up to your application. If let's say you are okay with 70 minutes, means okay lah if you are using this. but you have to deal on how to make sure this one is not tailing. We have some other sets on how to improve this one lah. Okay, so again the same thing for essential oil, same essential oil. The peak number 25 is around 35 minutes. The peak for 25 here is where 25 here is around 42, and it is not even resolved yet. Okay, so specialized column phase, we have first Carbovex just now, and it's also suitable for base. Column for acid means that if you want to analyze free fatty acid, you can use Carbovex 20M plus TPA and nitrotephthalic. And chiral column is usually means that the siloxane is substituted with cyclodextrin in the column. So it's really seldom for people to use GC to analyze chiral compound. Chiral compound is usually in drugs lah. All those D and L kan, ada DL analyte. Usually people use HPLC or CE. But if let's say you work later in a pharmaceutical company and your lab is not having any of this, so takkan kita nak ask our boss to buy this kan, and the only instrument that is available in the lab is GC. So what should we do? You can buy this chiral column and do your work. Okay, as simple as that. So this is the separation example of free fatty acid, acetic acid, isopropanate, isocaproic. You can see the separation is good. Okay, so this is the Agilent capillary GC column table. Okay, you can Google this up and see what is the type of column for your application. Okay, for example, if you want to analyze pesticide, okay, you should buy HP35. Means that the hydroxypropyl siloxane column is containing 35% of vanil and 65% of dimethyl So as easy as that. If you have, you can also use pesticide lah. Sorry, you can use DBXLB for pesticide over here. Okay.